Dr. Alex Harper, a geophysicist from NASA, was assigned to the Antarctic station Amundsen-Scott in December 2025. This was my second overwintering at the South Pole, a place where temperatures drop to -80 and the wind cuts the skin like a knife. The station is no romance. Cramped modules, the constant hum of generators, and a team of 47 people who become family or enemies over months of isolation. We were studying climate change, drilling ice, and monitoring the ozone hole. Nothing supernatural until that night. It all started on December 15th. We had just finished the evening briefing, discussing data from seismometers that recorded strange jolts under the ice, rhythmic like the heartbeat of something enormous, when the radio came alive. It was a call from Vostok Station, the Russian base 1,200 kilometers away. Their operator, Ivan, spoke with a slight accent. "Amundsen, come in. We have a problem. Connection breaking," and silence. We tried calling back. Nothing. Then McMurdo, the American base closer to the coast. Silence. Halley, British, dead. Neumeier, German, 0. In half an hour, we lost radio contact with all 50 stations on the continent. Satellite internet cut out, as did GPS. We were cut off from the world. At first we thought magnetic storm, solar flare. Antarctica is the edge of the world. This happens here. We switched to emergency protocol, conserve power, wait for connection to restore. But the night dragged on, and in the silence, strange things began to happen. First, whispering in the ventilation, quiet like wind, but with words. I lay in my bunk and heard, "Come deeper. We remember." Thought it was my imagination, but at breakfast the next morning, everyone looked worn out. "You heard it too?" asked mechanic Paul, pouring coffee with a shaking hand. "Whispering, like someone calling from under the floor." Turns out everyone heard it. Different words, but one meaning: descend deeper into the ice. Biologist Sarah added, "I dreamed I was descending into a crevasse, and there, something waiting, with eyes, thousands of eyes, then shadows under the ice." The station stands on a snowfield kilometers thick, but in one of the drilling modules there's an observation platform with a transparent floor for monitoring. On the evening of December 16th, we gathered there as a shift and saw them. Star-shaped forms gliding under the ice at a depth of about 20 meters. 5-pointed bodies with fan-like wings, tentacles, and thousands of eyes at the ends. They pulsed, changing color from black to purple, and left trails that caused migraines just from looking, patterns violating the laws of geometry. Sarah clutched her head. "These aren't animals. They're intelligent. They're looking at us." We filmed it, but the recording came out distorted. The forms moved faster on video. Eyes blinking and watching caused nausea. But that was only the beginning. On the next night, December 17th, something happened that shattered our grip on reality. I was on monitor duty when I heard knocking at the main module door. The knock was strange, not human, like someone striking metal with a tentacle or wing. I approached the window and looked out. In the snow, under moonlight, stood a figure, tall, angular, with 5 limbs wriggling like alive. It didn't move, just stood and stared at the station with thousands of eyes glimmering in the dark. I called Paul, but when he ran up, the figure was gone. Only tracks in the snow, star-shaped with imprints no earthly creature could leave. We photographed them, but on the images the tracks looked like smeared spots that gave headaches. Then Paul said, Alex, I had a dream. They're calling, saying we are their mistake and need to be corrected. By December 18th, people started disappearing. First, Sarah. We found her bunk empty, module door open, barefoot tracks leading into the snow, south. She went out without a suit. At -70, muttered Paul. We followed the trail, but after 200 meters it ended, melted into snow as if she dissolved. By evening, 3 more vanished. Mechanic, cook, and doctor. Their tracks also led south and vanished. But before leaving, each changed. The doctor drew a star-shaped form on the wall and said, "They're calling. I'm going home." The cook cut his arm with a knife, muttering, "They're inside, need to release, to accept the form." We took the knife away, but he looked at us with empty eyes and smiled. The station was half empty. We barricaded in the main module, but the whispering now sounded inside our heads, like thoughts. Come, deeper, we wait. Then, December 19th, the worst. At night, generators died, plunging the station in darkness. We lit emergency lanterns, but in their light, we saw patterns on the module walls, those same star-shaped pulsing ones. They moved like alive, and staring too long caused nausea with head-flashing images. Ancient beings hovering over the city, bodies writhing, eyes gazing into eternity. Paul broke first, grabbed a knife and started cutting his arm, muttering, "They're inside. Need to release." On the 4th day, December 18th, he arrived. Dr. Eric Larson from Norwegian Troll Station came on snowmobile, alone, no team. "I saw you," he said when we let him in. "On radar, all stations emptying, people heading south, to the mountains." We stared. "How do you know? Connection's dead." He smiled oddly. "The whispering told me. It's calling everyone." Larson showed a map, an old tattered sheet from his station's archives, marked Mountains of Madness, a range that officially doesn't exist. There, beneath them, a city, ancient, older than Earth. They woke from our drilling, and now calling us home. His eyes gleamed like a fanatic's. Cold gripped my chest. The same whispering now whispered to me, "Go with him." I don't know why I agreed. Maybe because the others were already packing, mumbling about home. Maybe the whispering in my head became too convincing. It showed visions. Star-shaped beings with fan wings and thousands of eyes, whispering universe secrets the human mind shouldn't know. Larson and I took the snowmobile and headed south, snow clean as paper. But an hour later we saw them, a chain of people walking in the snow, not ours, from other stations, barefoot, light clothing, ignoring frost. Some crawled on all fours, dragging legs like broken dolls. Some walked backward, staring skyward. No one spoke, reacted to shouts, eyes empty, faces frozen in smiles, those from my recent nightmares. Some already changing, star patterns on hands, eyes multiplying. We drove closer. Larson shouted, "Hey, where to?" But they passed like zombies, chanting in unison, "Home, deeper." We drove on. Whispering in head became song, beautiful, ancient, in a language I didn't know but understood. Larson smiled. "Hear it? They're calling." We reached the mountains, those off maps. Gorge opened like a maw. Below, under ice, glowed city. Cyclopean towers, inhuman geometry, pulsing light. People gathered in circle, one by one, changing. Bodies stretched, covered in star shapes, with fan wings and thousands of eyes whispering at once. I saw beneath city hovered those beings, whispering in all dead languages at once. They sang, whispering unbearable, Legs carried me down, Larson ahead, smiling. Home. Heard the news? Said Nurse Kate, flipping newspaper by my bed. In Antarctica, they found those missing, 47 from different stations, stood in circle, holding hands, staring skyward. All mild frostbite, injuries, but no tongues, everyone, and not a word spoken, just lie in hospitals, like this one here. Other nurse nodded. Creepy. What about the one found separate? This Harper? Kate sighed. Same. Eyes open, stares ceiling, and smiles, like he knows something we don't. I've lain in this ward a year. Listen, can't speak, no tongue, but whispering. Still with me. Calls. Home. Deeper. And I know, one day I'll rise and go, because they wait. Under ice. Forever. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I really appreciate you sticking around. It means the world to me. If you enjoyed the story and want more creepy tales like this, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Your support keeps the channel going, and I can't wait to share the next one with you. See you in the next video. Stay safe out there.